let's just get right to the point. I'm going to be reviewing the Sabine Tech Smart Mic. It's a Bluetooth wireless microphone that I recently got to test out in comparison to my other microphones and to see if this is a good option for teaching online yoga using Zoom or recording or doing whatever you need as a yoga teacher, fitness professional, someone who needs to step away from your computer, but you still want to sound really good. My name's Ashley. I've made a bunch of other videos reviewing other microphones, some that I really love, some that are okay, and testing out comparisons. And so we're going to just continue on that with now this option. This is my first time getting a Bluetooth microphone that isn't AirPods. So I was excited to get this in the mail and sort of just test it out. So I'm going to start with some pros and cons and what I've noticed right away in my short little test phase where I tried this on Zoom using my phone. I've got an iPhone 12, and using my computer, I've got a MacBook Pro 2015. Okay, so first of all, the big positive of this is all you need. It's just one piece. This is it. Like, you put this in your pocket. It's super lightweight. It's probably the smallest of any of the microphones that I've used. There's like really nothing to it. There's a clip on it here, so you could simply clip it to your, collar or your shirt. You can even put it underneath if you wanted to. Just make sure that these dots, this is the microphone piece, is facing upward. So it's going to be on your left side, you'll have it facing out. If you're using it on your right, you can kind of tuck it in a little bit more. There's a few other things that this comes with, and I'll get to that in a moment. But that's one of the big positives of this is it's just this. There's no extra cables. You don't have to plug in a receiver. You just connect it to Bluetooth. I found it really easy to connect to both my phone and my computer. I just took this red button and I assumed that's what I did, and I held it down for a while until this blue light started flashing, and it showed up in my Bluetooth options on my phone, and I also was able to find it easily on my computer. When I went to read the reviews on Amazon about this, any of the negative ones, most of them circulated around the fact that it wouldn't connect and the app didn't work and it wouldn't work and all this kind of stuff. But I found it really easy to connect to both of my devices, no problem. It worked on Zoom and it worked on what I'm filming on right now using my QuickTime movie recorder. It worked on that as well as an option. Right now I'm using actually my Yeti mic just because that's what I typically use when I do videos like this, but I will provide you a demo so you know what this sounds like in comparison to this right here. Now, the Yeti mic is going to be a really great sound. That's what this mic is made for, so I'm not necessarily saying this one's better than your Yeti mic or this one's better than this other microphone. What I'm saying is this is a great option that's more affordable than some other wireless microphones. And also, it's just so simple. It connects to through Bluetooth. You're good. Set it up and go. Okay, so what I also found, let's talk about what I found with this when I connected it first. When I connected it to my phone for Zoom, I did test it out with my sister. Thanks, Alicia. And we sort of just troubleshooted what it was like if I were to use this with Zoom on my phone. And so what I found was I connected it. Awesome. I set it as the smart mic in my Zoom settings. You can actually go up on the left. There's this little speaker icon, and I put it as the smart mic. What it didn't do is allow my other participant to be heard by me. I couldn't hear anything. So this acts as if it is like an AirPod, pretty much, as a speaker and the microphone. So it takes over speaker and microphone. With it attached, I'm not able to hear anyone. But it does come with, in the box, if you wanted to use that, if you were on a call and you wanted both of these things, let's say you don't have AirPods, it does come with one little connection that you can put in your ear. It's for the right side, right ear. So you can speak through the microphone and hear through this headphone. Now, if that's the case, I'd just go ahead and use AirPods. The reason, if you have AirPods, the reason I would use this is because I don't like things in my ears, so I don't want to have to wear something in my ears. This was about $140. AirPods Pro version are more than that, so this is still more affordable. At least right now, this is about $140. Let's unplug that. It also comes with a charging cable and a windscreen that you can put over the top, and the more fluffy type windscreen if you wanted to add that. So that's all the stuff that it comes with. There are also instructions. I did not take a look at those at all. So like I said, I connected this to my phone, or I was playing around with it and the sound, and it worked great for people being able to hear me. And the sound quality is going to be very similar to any other Bluetooth microphone. AirPods, AirPods Pro, other kinds of wireless headphone sets, they all sound kind of similar. There's a slight tunnel-like sound to them, but they're still really good. They're still really good. I want to just shout that out and say the sound is still way better than if you were using your internal microphone on your phone or computer as you step back. When you step back, even if your phone has a great microphone, it's still going to sound very roomy, echoey. Maybe not an echo, but you'll hear, it's not going to sound as pleasant, I would say, if you're using your internal microphone. So that is what I want you to know on Zoom, is that you cannot hear people unless you have the headphone attached at the same time that you're using this. Now you can simply switch back and forth if you wanted to. In the beginning, you're not using this, and then you switch over to using it when you step back and start your class. You just won't be able to hear people, and that may or may not be an issue for you. With a computer, you won't have that issue at all. With a computer, you can set your speaker and your microphone both very separately at any time. So one doesn't take over the other. So that is a big reason why I actually use my computer to do Zoom classes, is because I can set my microphone and hear people at the same time without worrying about it. Most microphones, if you're using them on a phone for Zoom, are going to have that same issue. Anyway, back to this little smart mic. All right, so the one thing I didn't mention, and I'll mention it now, when I was on Zoom, on my phone, I hit this red button once, just a quick tap, and it took me out of Zoom. It ended my meeting. It didn't end the meeting, but it made me leave Zoom, so Zoom shut off. So this will end the call, I guess, if you hit the red button one time. And I'm also not 100% sure how to tell that it's on. So I think there's a blue light that shines sometimes, but it's on right now and I can't necessarily tell. And there's no volume settings. There's nothing that you can change. You can't change the volume, low, medium, high. It just is what it is. And maybe there is a way on the app. Again, I haven't explored it, but I linked it to my phone using Bluetooth. I linked it to my computer just fine. I'm sure you can change the volume settings in your settings of your computer or your phone, possibly, but there isn't anything on this itself that you can change. There's just this red button, which if you hold it down, it will start flashing the blue light so you can pair it. When it's paired, you can turn it on and off. And if you do hit it once, so if you're adjusting it, let's say you've got it here and you're making an adjustment and you tap on the red button, it's going to kick you out of Zoom. Oops. And I really just want to help you make the best informed decision. Okay, so I did attach this to my computer. So simple. There wasn't an extra app. I just held the red button down until it started flashing, went up to my Bluetooth at the top and connected it. And it's connected currently. I don't think I can switch over my microphones in the mid-recording, so I'm not going to do that. But it worked, and I tested it on Zoom, just a little test. Can you hear me? And it was fine. So it was great. What I'm more concerned about is using this as a yoga teacher. Would this work for you? Definitely. Clip it on your shirt, good to go. Step back, teach your class. It's going to sound better than your internal microphone. Is it going to sound better than the other microphones that I've reviewed? Not necessarily. Is it going to sound better than your internal microphone? Probably. So that's up to you to make that decision, but I will now step back and use this microphone and share with you what the audio sounds like. All right, okay, let's do this. I've now turned the smart mic on, so I'll make sure to clip it onto my shirt, and we're gonna turn the camera and step away so you can hear what that sounds like. So there shouldn't be much change. Let's go here. Oh, there's a big ring light. There shouldn't be much change from me when I step back versus if I were right up next to you. But this is me stepping back. Let's just pretend I'm going to be doing some yoga. Reach your hands up, forward fold, hair's flying everywhere. And let's walk it back to downward facing dog and see what it's like doing a sort of inverted position. Would you be able to hear through my microphone? So this is going to be the Smart Mic Bluetooth option. Don't mind my demonstration. I'm really just trying to talk through a couple poses just so you get a feel for what that's like. Now let me take this off and just show you what it's like without this, and so you have something to compare to. So I've now taken off the Smart Mic, and just to give you an idea of what it sounds like using my internal MacBook 2015 audio microphone. Like if I didn't have any microphone, this is what you would hear. This is how you would hear it, and it's definitely not going to be as clear, and it's going to sound like I'm in a room. And there you have it. This was my review on the Sabine Tech Smart Mic. I've seen this advertised plenty of times since I'm always looking up different wireless microphone options for yoga teachers specifically, but this could also work for fitness professionals and really anybody who needs to step away from their computer and still sound decent, and maybe you don't want to have AirPods or things in your ears. So definitely check this out. I'll make sure to link all of the products and things down below, even to some of my other equipment. And if you have questions or want to compare other microphones, I've done several videos, plenty of videos on other microphones that I like and some that I don't like as much, but I'm still comparing them. So go ahead and check out my playlist. Microphones for yoga teachers, I think is what it is. Wireless microphones for yoga teachers. Anyway, I'll make sure to leave a link if you want to check out some other videos that I'm comparing some microphones and giving some more details about other options. So check those out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And I hope this helps you make the best informed decision for your online yoga teaching career.